Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Right, let's talk about this game. Okay, get in the comment section, let me know what you think. Absolutely embarrassing performance from Liverpool. That first half just wasn't good enough from those players. I've been supporting Liverpool for over 30 years, and that first half performance, it reminded me of Istanbul. It was that bad. I mean, we didn't have one shot on target. We had that chance with Diogo Jota at the end of the first half, but I mean, Jota shouldn't have played that game. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to blame Arne Slot. Actually, let me start by saying congratulations to Newcastle. Fair play to them. They deserve to win. No complaints here. But Liverpool were it was shocking. It was one of the worst performances I think I've ever seen in a final. And Arne Slot picked the wrong team. He really did. I mean, this team was the very same team that you played against PSG, other than the force change that was put upon him by Trent's injury. And he changed the goalkeeper. Didn't understand that one at all. That midfield has been run into the ground. It's been run into the ground, and it was evident against PSG. He needed to change something. That front three is terrible. Diogo Jota, I said in my previous video, he did not deserve to start this game. And I've been proven right. Look, Jota is not good enough. Darwin Núñez is not good enough. Luis Diaz on the left is not good enough. Luis Diaz this season has been put through the middle in that false nine position because he's not good enough on the left. He's played Cody Gakpo there. Cody Gakpo was on the bench. I would have started Cody Gakpo and I would have played Luis Diaz in that false nine, because I'm not saying Luis Diaz has been excellent this season. He hasn't. He's been struggling. But Liverpool this season, in away games, away to Man City, away to Spurs, away to West Ham, we have played with that false nine and we have been excellent. And Newcastle would have watched that PSG game and they would have said, that's the way Liverpool are going to play on Sunday. It was so predictable. It was so predictable from Arne Slot. He didn't change anything. And fair play to Newcastle. When Liverpool had the ball, they went man to man, and it was just about winning your battles. And Eddie Howe trusted his players that they could do that, and they did that. I mean, Mo Salah, he got marked out of the game. Livramento had him in his pocket. Luis Diaz, Trippier had him in his pocket. There was a couple of moments in the first half where Luis Diaz was one-on-one with Trippier, and what happened? Absolutely nothing. It was one of the worst performances I think I've ever seen from a Liverpool team in a final. It was terrible. Absolutely terrible. And then the second half, we start the second half exactly as we started the first. We find ourselves 2-0 down. We get lucky with an offside. I think it was a bit harsh. And then what happens? We get away with that. What happens only, 5-6 minutes later? We're 2-0 down. It was a shambles of a performance. It really was. And then towards the end, it becomes a complete mess. Virgil van Dijk is playing up front. He brings on so many subs, attacking players. I mean, we played... It was just attacking players, and that was all we had on the pitch. I don't think we even had one midfielder on the pitch anymore. And I have to give praise to Harvey Elliott and Chiesa. Chiesa has not got many opportunities in this team. That man needs to start the next game. He has to start. Arne Slot is going to have to start picking players on form. And Chiesa has done enough for me now to start the next game. And fair play to him. He got his goal. And who gave him the assist? Another player that should be starting on form. And that's Harvey Elliott. And I'm not Harvey Elliott's biggest fan. I've said in this channel, Harvey Elliott needs to leave. But fair play to him. He comes off the bench against PSG, he gets the winner. He comes off the bench against Southampton, he changes the game. And still, Arne Slot will not start him. He has to start the next game as well. Arne Slot is going to have to start trusting these players to start games, because it's not good enough. Diaz is not good enough. Jota is not good enough. Núñez is not good enough. And the bigger picture in this, okay, the bigger picture for me is next season. There is going to be a serious downfall next season if we do not address these problems in the summer, because we're seeing what's happening. We are running out of form. The players look dead on their feet. This time of year, it's the same thing that always happens. And thank God we're 12 points clear at the top of the Premier League, because if there was only maybe 1 or 2 points in it, then I would be seriously panicking. I'd still think we're going to go over the line in the league. But today was just not good enough. And the manager, he needs to start trusting the squad a little bit more, changing things up and stop being so predictable. And that's the problem. And that's why we lost today. It's that simple. We were too predictable. Every Newcastle player, Eddie Howe, everybody knew what way Liverpool were going to play, and it was just about Make sure you win your battles and you're going to win the game. And that's what they did. And fair play to Newcastle. But it was a shambles of a performance. It really was. Fair play to Chiesa. Fair play to Harvey Elliott. But other than that, every single Liverpool player needs to have a look at themselves because it just wasn't good enough. Okay, look, I'm disappointed. I really am. I want the league. I want the league more than anything. Okay, I've said it so many times in this channel. I want the league more than anything. And I'm disappointed in the moment because we lost the final. You never want to lose a final, ever. But I want the Premier League. If we win the league, I won't care about this game. But there is a bigger picture, and that bigger picture is next season. There is a serious problem with this squad. And these owners, FSG, are going to have to invest, or we are going to struggle to make top 4 next season. We really are. And that's not an overreaction. I've been very positive on this channel all season because that's what the players have deserved. And I have been positive even after the Plymouth defeat, even after the PSG defeat the other night, because it's about the league. And you can't criticise Liverpool in the league because they're 12 points clear and it looks like we're going to get number 20, and that's all I care about. But next season, there could be a serious drop-off if we do not invest in the right areas, and that is getting more bodies in there in midfield and getting rid of players that are not good enough for this club. And today was evident who those players are.